on growing, pretty large pots. They weren't any good, but I was exploring the material and getting excited about it. And it is exciting, like, to work on large things. I don't know how many of you do that, but it's like they start to take on like a life and an energy of their own, where you're like, you feel like you're kind of collaborating on it. I was on like about the 7th or 8th bowl like this, and I was just feeling like fatigue in my hands already, just from that, And I was like, man, I'm like losing it.
But one thing about the way you prepare your own materials is that you have somewhat more say in how you're going to have your material for you.
Yeah.
As opposed to, when you buy it from the store, you kind of stuck with whatever state it's in.
Very little water.
How much do you mix at a time? When you make your place?
It's a Soldner mixer, and it's about 300 pounds. Well, I'm going to make this smaller in circumference by pinching my fingers together every time. You can make pots go in any direction. So this is going to be a cup. I'm going to add a coil to it, and I'll show you how I prepared that for the coil to go on. Like this, but just kind of show, like a lot of times if I want to add just a little bit of extra insurance for attaching, just a teeny bit of moisture, and spin it around, and there's a little thin layer of slip on there, but not too much. And then I'm going to make a coil. And I'm happy for all of you that can roll out coils, but I pinch coils out. I don't know. Maybe some of you use like machines that make coils. I don't know, like extruders or something.
Mostly pinch and roll them out.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, I don't. Rolling out coils is like an art,
Yeah.
I just pinch them out. If I want to get it a little bit smoother, I can give it a roll. But I'm not going to use it as just a straight coil. I'm going to flatten one side, so it's going to be more of a teardrop kind of shape. You guys can see, right? Really thin, and try to just stack a coil on top of it, it would just collapse. Alright, so every time I make seams, I try to make the seams as long as possible, so things are, lapping over and not butting up. Because, if I was going to just coil something up and just stick two coils together like that, the crack running between that is the shortest possible distance to get through there, right? And then also, like when I stick it together, I can't really push wet clay on wet clay that hard because it's pushing into itself, so it's going to change the form and collapse it and make it. If you keep doing that over and over, right, and it just keeps like sagging down. So, if I have the top of my pot like this and I lap it like that, and then I pinch it together, I'm actually pinching it between my fingers. So the clay is being compressed between two rigid points. And that could stay. They start out really thick, and I do them in a variety of ways, but I'll show you kind of where
T-bowl.
Where it started out. And this technique goes way back, hundreds of years back. A lot of the earliest T-bowls were made this way. There was no clay stores and all that. So everybody was working with just the clay. And a lot of clays, like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Kinosei clay, which comes from Shigaraki. It's horrible. And if you want to buy it, it's like $4 a pound. But like to use it, it's just ridiculous. I've seen seen things made with it before. You make a pot and you set it on the table, and 20 minutes later the pot just goes. Because it's so short and
It's Japanese.
large particle size, yeah. But then it just falls apart. It can't even hold its own weight.
Yet at the same time, it's reviewed.
Yeah, but when it fires in the kiln, it looks, amazing. So I pinched out this base, and it's really thick, and I'm going to add this coil to it.
It's a big turd.
Okay, so now I want to make sure that I'm really working these seams together. I'm supporting them on the inside or the outside, opposite when I'm putting them together. I'm going to go in multiple directions. And one of the reasons why is this method of making T-bowls, there's a lot of hollowing out and carving. So if your coil is really smooth together on the outside, you're going to carve through that to a crack. And so things really have to be put together very well.